The UFC and the WWE are together now.
Yes, they are.
Which is very interesting. Very interesting. But that's a gigantic corporation.
You think they're going to cross promote?
I don't know. I think they're definitely going to cross promote. What I'm interested to see is, like, obviously Brock was the most successful pro wrestler to ever compete in MMA. And CM Punk tried it. I'm going to be interested to see how many other guys. Bobby Lashley did it. How many other guys are going to try it?
When I look at that partnership, I see a lot of fighters crossing over to wrestling.
Yeah.
But I don't see many wrestlers crossing over to fighting.
Right.
I mean, that's a completely different beast.
Yeah.
I don't think there are many wrestlers that could go in there and mix it up with those guys.
Well, that's what's so sensational about Brock.
It is. He you know what? He's adapted to everything in his life. The kid is unbelievable. For his size, he's 310 pounds. He's the best athlete I've ever been in a ring with. I mean, he's explosive, he's quick, he's fast, he's strong as hell. I did wrestle him one time for real, and the thing was, what happened was, when he came up from training from OVW, someone went up to him and asked him how he'd do against Kurt Angle. He said, I kick his ass. So, okay, they're starting the pie, they're getting shit rolling. So the guy comes to me and says, hey, Brock said he could beat you in a wrestle match. So I went up to Brock and I said, hey, let's get in the ring right now. And he said, no, I have sandals on. I said, let's take our shoes off. I said, we'll go barefoot. He said, no. So I let it go for the week. The following week, he was in the ring with Big Show, and they were wrestling for real. And Big Show was about 530 pounds at the time. Brock was double-legging him, picking him up and slamming him. I'm like, holy shit. Like, I don't know if I could beat this guy, right? So Big Show was facing me. He was on the other side of Brock, and Brock's back was to me. And I said, Big Show, get out. And he gets out, and I sneak up behind Brock, and I tap him on his shoulder. I go, it's time to go. So we went for about 15 minutes. And, the wrestlers tell you that I kicked his ass, that I dominated him. But that's not true. I beat him, but I didn't beat him. I took him down twice. He didn't take me down at all. I mean, it wasn't like a dominating performance. I did beat him, but, he's the real deal.
Oh, he
really is, yeah. You know what? I'm surprised he didn't train for the Olympics. I really am. Yeah.
I wonder how he would have done.
I think he would have medaled.
That would have been amazing.
The athlete he is, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's an insane athlete.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen his combine scores.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
You know what? He was the final cut for the Minnesota Vikings, and they wanted him to go to NFL Europe for a year because they had it back then. And Brock said, I don't want to travel. And he said, I'll just do UFC. He's switching sport after sport. Doesn't matter to him. He knows he's going to be good at anything he does.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
The video, we've talked about this so many times, video of him doing that front flip and landing on his head.
Oh, God. That was with me. Yeah, WrestleMania 19.
That's right. That was with you. That video, that would have probably killed most people on Earth.
Mm-hmm. I thought he broke his neck. My neck was broken.
It is right
yeah.
here.
My neck was broken, and Brock was supposed to win the title from me. And when he did this, I was like, oh, shit, I'm going to have to pin him.
I mean,
right
that is insane. Right on his head, on plywood.
So I go and cover him, and I'm like, please kick out. Don't let me hold this title for another month. And he kicks out. And then I'm going to start talking to him here, and I'm going to say, Brock, are you okay? And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, Brock, are you okay? He said, I think so. And so I said, I'm going to pick you up. I want you to give me the F5. Can you do it? He said, I think so. Right here.
And you're grabbing his neck. Yep. That's what's so crazy.
I know.
You're grabbing his neck, and he just landed on it.
You know what? He didn't hurt his neck at all. He got a concussion.
What?
He got a concussion.
He didn't hurt his neck?
No. He doesn't have a neck.
That's so crazy. Yeah. It's so crazy
neck might
that
be
he
bigger
came
than
back
mine.
from that.
Yeah.
So crazy that he came back from that.
And that was it. I was relieved. I got to drop the title and get my surgery the next day.
Wow.
Yeah. I was supposed to win. That wasn't supposed to happen. They wanted me to have a nice long title reign, but I broke my neck. Brock broke my neck the month before in a wrestling match. And so I had to, I went to the doctor. He said, you have to have surgery. So I told Vince I'm not going to wrestle WrestleMania. And I wasn't going to do it, and I was going to have surgery right away. And I went to my next-door neighbors, and this kid, he has Down syndrome, really nice kid. His name's Johnny. And he said, Kurt, I heard you're not wrestling at WrestleMania. And he gives me this magazine. It's DirecTV, and I'm on the cover with Brock. He said, I really wish you would be able to wrestle. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to wrestle to lose the title to Brock on SmackDown. That's what Vince wanted me to do. He wanted Brock just to kick me in the gut, give me an F5, and beat me. I said, I might as well just go to WrestleMania and tough it out. You know, go ahead and do it with the broken neck, and you know, is it going to make it worse? If it does, it does. But you know, but back then there were no liabilities. Now you can't do that stuff. You know, there's no way the WWE is going to clear you to go out there with a broken neck and perform.
How did Brock break your neck the month before that?
I was on his back. I had him in a chokehold. And I was on his back, and he was on the other side of the ring. He's really strong, and he could run really fast. So I'm on his back, and he starts running to the other side of the ring, and he goes to turn so I hit the turnbuckle. Well, we only turned sideways, and my head whiplashed really fast, and it snapped.
Ooh.
I heard it snap, and I couldn't feel my arm. I couldn't raise my arm. You could tell in the match when you watch it. My arm's down. I couldn't raise it. My neck was in pain. I knew something was wrong, and so the next day I went to the doctor and got the MRI, and I broke my neck again. And so I decided that I was going to have the surgery, and then I actually put it off till after WrestleMania. Then I had it again. But what's crazy is I broke my neck again. Brock broke my neck again 6 months later. He hit me over the head with a chair like this, straight over top. You're supposed to bring it sideways so you don't have the pressure of your neck, you know, your head going down your neck. So he hit me straight over and broke my neck again. 5 vertebrae I cracked. And so I was out again I had surgery again. I was out for about 3 months. I came back for WrestleMania, and I broke my neck again.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so I was rushing back before my neck was completely healed. That's what happened. I broke my neck 4 times in 2.5 years in WWE.
And what kind of surgery did they do?
A quick fix surgery. It's called a lapendectomy. They go in, they let the vertebrae heal. That's why you wait a couple months, let it heal. But they go in and they cut the disc, whatever's blocking the nerves or whatever's sticking in your spinal cord, they cut out part of the disc and they leave the rest in there. So right now I have like a little bit of disc in like 3 different levels of my neck. And they're fusing together right now because I don't have enough disc. And that's why I need to get this rubber disc doctor.
Yeah.
I really do.
Well, I'll connect you to Aljamain.
Please do, man.
As quick
yes.
as I can, as soon as we're done here. I wish I'd known about it before. It's such a dangerous area of your body to be injured.
It is. It is. It controls everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's controls your legs too.
Yeah. Do they think that? So right now, is it pushing against something right now? Is that why you're getting the atrophy?
I have nerves that are being pinched, and they're not being able to flow down my arms. So my fingers are freezing cold. They're always cold.